maybe I am a little bit different than some, but it just the buck stops with me. And if we have problems, I'm gonna find a solution to them, and I'm gonna own the outcome. And I think that served me well so far, and it's starting to resonate with people too. It comes from it's all going to come from my past, right? So
Okay.
I you and I spoke about this briefly, but I fell into a point of addiction that led me down a very, very dark road that was tough for me. Eventually it led me to prison, as a matter of fact. So
Okay.
there came a time and a place where I was sitting in prison and I was, alone, afraid, and I had nobody to turn to but me.
Oh
And
yeah,
man, yeah, I blamed on everybody. If I could justify anything, um,
mm,
and that was the go-to thing was, well, it's just not my fault, mom. It's these guys, or it's them, or it's in reality it was all my fault every single time. I made the decision, and at the end of the in it at the very end of it, it always pointed back to me when I would look in the mirror and get
yeah,
real honest, because I can bull crap anybody, but when I look in the
yep,
mirror to myself, deep down, and so do and I feel like so do other people. I took massive action and talked to as many people as I could, and I just knew that if I could get somebody to give me an opportunity, that I was going to take that opportunity and not only meet the standard, but I was going to rise above it, because we're already we're already starting. I'm already starting from a backed up position, having to make up
yep,
all that ground because I've got a record. So I was very honest in my past. I let them know what went on, what happened, what I did to correct it, and how I was going to move forward uh,
damn,
through it, and told him I just need a chance. If you see for anything that you don't like, get rid of me, but
yep,
give me a chance. If when I burn bridges on people and I go back to making amends with them,
ooh,
I've got to be honest, and
yes
I've got to
sir,
self-reflect, and I've got to take ownership of what happened, and that allows me to forgive myself for what I did. Okay, I did what I could, and I'm gonna have to leave it at that. The ones that I hurt and did wrong, I'm sincerely coming to them and letting them know, hey, I had a part in this. I own that, and I apologize. If I did anything that's cost money, I'm going to try to make it right.
yep,
That's where I'm at right now. That'll give me the opportunity to let that open up that space in my head to where I can fill it with something else good, and
yep,
keep traveling down that path of making amends and working with people, making amends and working with people. When you give a guy who has hunger, who wants to change, and is taking the steps to changing, um, and you put guardrails in place, and you give him a structured environment with a company that's giving him opportunity, and you put those two together, whoa,
yeah,
that's powerful. They are going to be loyal, rise above, do whatever it takes to be successful, because this company is giving them a chance. And what they don't know is, there's tax credit incentives, there's insurance incentives, there's all these federal incentives these companies can get as long as they hire and take a chance on a guy with a
yep,
pass. But the key, the differentiator of this whole thing, and the one thing that makes it work, is structure. If you don't have
yes,
structure, it's going to be they're going to it's an it's a terrible idea. But with structure and some accountability,
yeah,
um, it works. And
yes,
that's my focus right now, is building that out. Um, I'm on the board not on the board, but I was one of the founding mentors, Trade Mentor, which is a large organization that's
nice,
shrinking the gaps and making a difference. I've also talked to some powerful people inside the trades who I deeply respect and really can't even believe I had the opportunity to get on the phone with them and have a conversation with. So
Yeah.
that's very cool. So that's where my focus is now, to try to give back to uh, the guys who need second chances, and to build up the workforce and to try to get back. And I think that if I can do that, not only will it make an impact, but it's going to serve me an out of the daily grind of operations inside of a mechanical contract.
What is the
It's also-
promise you are intended to be?
What is the promise I'm intended to be? A real person who's going to, at the end of, a real honest person that no matter what is going to tell you the truth as I see it.